Well, that was a weird game, and I don't really know what to say about it in the sense that very few players played well. It was a very ugly game. Not the kind of game you want to be showing to young NBA players as an example of what to do. Certainly, just kind of brutal, but the Lakers pulled it out 91 to 84. And really, there are two reasons why that happened. Number one is Derek Fisher. Number two is Lamar Odom. Those guys brought it, and they are two of, I'm going to say, three players, maybe four or five, who brought it. So, Ron Artest, yeah, he did his thing defensively. He did a great job on Pierce. I actually thought Artest did do his job defensively, but until he makes a couple of shots, I can't give him too much credit because that's the bonus stuff. If he plays good defense, he's okay, but if he wants to go above and beyond, he's got to hit some shots, and that didn't happen tonight. Gasol, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 dimes, 2 blocks. That's okay, but I expect more from Powell. Bynum, I'm actually going to give Bynum some credit. 9 points, 10 boards, but pretty inefficient game, nothing special. He was good on the boards, and that's about it, and I heard he got hurt, so hopefully that works out. Bryant, very inefficient, 29 shots, 29 points, couldn't hit his threes. He was active on the boards, dished out some passes, and made some nice blocks, but really an inefficient shooting night. He took some bad shots, so, Luke Walton, he did his thing, whatever. Shannon Brown made a couple of buckets, but really just a whole lot of nothing from a lot of players on the Lakers. So for them to win a game where two of their players played really well is something. Not something I would have expected this Laker team to be able to do. Fisher, 11 points in the fourth quarter, 4 for 4 from the line, hit all kinds of two-pointers in the fourth quarter, was driving, was pulling up for jumpers, was shooting off the dribble, was shooting off the pass, everything, and he made just about everything he took in the fourth quarter. It was something, and just can't kill that guy. He always comes back to make an impact in the finals, and he was the MVP of the game, in my opinion. Lamar Odom was the runner-up. Odom, 12 points. Hit all of his shots. He took a total of 7 shots if you count free throws in this game, and he hit all of them. Can't complain about that. Grabbed 5 boards. Dished out an assist. A quiet game, but he did his job really well, and I think that his impact on this game might be underestimated just looking at the numbers, but the fact that he was able to shoot so efficiently is huge. And that's it. Those two guys. I mean, other people played okay, maybe, but those two guys really drove this thing. So, when you look at Boston, shades of 2004, actually, when the Lakers got one last dominant game out of Shaq, 36 points, 20 rebounds, and they lost, and it was rough because that was the last really, really great and dominant Shaquille O'Neal game, and they wasted it in a finals loss. So tonight, that kind of made me think of that. Garnett goes out and plays awesome. 25 points on 16 shots, 6 boards, 3 dimes, a block. I thought he played really well. There are a couple holes there, but that's a great game, especially for a guy like KG playing how he did in the Orlando series and in the first 2 games of this series. So, for Pierce to go out there and suck and waste that performance, for Ray Allen to go out there and have one of the worst performances you'll ever see from any NBA player of that level and waste that performance, for Rondo to only score 11 points, dish out 8 assists, and grab 3 rebounds, which is not very good for him, and waste it is unfortunate. Sheed, 1 for 5 from the field, wasted it. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because when Shaq used his last great game in a loss in the finals that pretty much doomed the Lakers, I kind of thought to myself, that's sad, but this is kind of like that. That might be his last truly great game. He was dominant. And, yeah, Pierce was pretty bad until the end when it barely mattered. Perkins wasn't scoring. I mean, Perkins did his job, but every now and then he does score like 10, 20, 10, 12 points. And for him not to do that tonight was certainly a handicap. Rondo, again, nothing special. Nothing good from the Rasheed Wallace and Nate Robinson combo. Those are two guys I thought would show up. Tony Allen was good for his role. I thought he played good defense and had some good offensive moments. Glenn Davis was really good, really efficient. I really liked Glenn Davis. But those guys just don't play enough to have a huge impact on the game like, Ray Allen could. And let me tell you, man, I watched most of this game and I've never seen him that bad. 0 of 13, 0 of 8 from 3. He got to the line, that's where his 2 points came from. Just horrendous. Horrendous. And yeah, I don't even really know what to say about that. He nearly set a record. Nothing went in. He even had a wide open layup after a foul call and he still missed that. So, looking at these finals through 3 games, it's been a really weird final so far. My player of the game in game 1 was Ron Artest, but he's been bad. At least he's been average. I'd say the last 2 games, good defensively, bad offensively. And the runner-up player of the game that game was probably Kobe, who was not very good in the last game and pretty average in this game. So I'm hesitant to say he's the MVP. In game 2, the MVP was Ray Allen, who didn't do anything in game 1 and was so horrendous in this game. He's not MVP. And the runner-up in that game was Rondo, who I didn't think was very good in game 1 or game 3, so nothing there. And then in this game, I thought the MVP was Fisher, who did nothing special in games 1 and 2. And the runner-up was Lamar Odom, who did nothing in game 1 and 2. So I don't know who the MVP is, guys. All these guys who have good performances in one game don't follow it up. Maybe the MVP is Kobe just because he's scoring a lot, but he's not playing very efficiently, and I don't think he's playing very smart. I'm looking at Bynum as well. He's played well in the minutes he's been given, but it's not MVP numbers. Maybe the MVP is Gasol. I mean, he's been relatively consistent, and he always finds a way to contribute to the Lakers' victory, but yeah, I don't know. So far, I've thought the games have been pretty good, but we need a player to really step it up consistently. So, yeah, beyond that, it was a pretty good game. Lakers win. Yeah, MVP Derek Fisher, runner-up Lamar Odom. And it's been a really weird series of finals so far where, neither team shot well in this game. Both teams were just very kind of lazy. And no, I'm not going to say lazy because I thought they were playing hard. It's just they weren't making their shots. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm expecting some better play as the games go along. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to be back on Thursday. I'll comment on that game after it's done. See you guys later.